Alright, so what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, man. It's your boy, and I picked up the new Hellfire Gala uniform for Colossus, and I got it to Mythic. I've been playing with it for the past couple hours, and I gotta say I only see two reasons for you to pick up this uniform. And the first one is because it looks absolutely fantastic. It is the best looking uniform we've ever gotten for Colossus. This is his third uniform, and each time they've made it better and better in terms of visuals. The second one is if you did not pick up this Phoenix 5 uniform for Colossus. Those are the only two reasons, guys, because this one and this one are so similar in terms of the damage and the survivability. The big change here for Colossus is going to actually come from his artifact, which now for the first time ever is going to allow Colossus to heal. So even if you pick up this new uniform for him, if you had the Phoenix 5 uniform, you're not going to see that big of a difference in PvE and in PvP. And that includes if you actually transcend the character. You're not going to really be using him for anything different than you were doing before. I'm talking PvP as a support for your Sentry, for your Doctor Doom, etc. It's very, very disappointing to see that they went out of their way to give Colossus a new uniform and he's not really getting any better per se for anything, or he's not becoming viable for anything new. It's quite sad. So I'm going to test him out at tier 2, and then I'm going to transcend him in this video and show you guys the difference in his DPS for PvE content, in case you guys for some reason wanted to try him out in PvE. But from what I'm seeing here, it doesn't look like Colossus is going to, I guess, warrant you taking off your CTP of Insight off of him to give him, I don't know, a CTP of Energy or Destruction. So if you are looking forward to him becoming a PvE character that can do World Boss Legend, his damage in this new uniform doesn't look very much different. And then for PvP, they didn't give him iframe ignore or a counter attack, so I'm not really seeing any potential or any new potential for him there. He can kill Spider-Man, but guess what? He can kill Spider-Man already in the Phoenix 5 uniform just off the reflect alone. So I don't think you should be buying this uniform as a way to counter Spider-Man, because the Phoenix 5 uniform can already do that. But I digress. Let's jump into some content so you can see how the new Hellfire Gala uniform performs. Now, one major change that's coming with this Hellfire Gala uniform for Colossus is the fact that he's now returning to the hero side, so you can use him with all the support characters in the game now. So for this run, we're going to be using him with Nick Fury and White Fox, because he does have the leadership tag, so he can take full advantage of White Fox. Thing about Colossus is his force skill leave him completely exposed when he's attacking, so he can take some damage to accumulate, but he dies really fast if you don't have his artifact. It's actually kind of silly. His PvE potential is not really going up with this uniform. Like, if you don't have the artifact, you can expect to die a lot if you're trying to use this man in PvE content. Okay, get out of there, Colossus. Oh gosh. And we got the blade twisters coming. We're just gonna run for like a minute so y'all can see his damage. It's not very good. This is like raw damage. I guess we have the insight on him, but yeah, it's kind of bad, guys. And this is with the best supports in the game. He's taking like what, a minute 10 to bring Proxima down to 7 bars here. This is not good damage. Tier 2 or otherwise, it's not good damage. Let me show you guys what he was doing previously. Now keep in mind, guys, he's switching to villain here, so he's gonna lose access to Nick Fury. He still keeps the leadership tag though, so we can still use him with White Fox. So we gave him Black Cat and White Fox, an expensive team up, an impossible team up if you're afraid to play, but it's the best villain setup we have for him. So let's try him out and see how he does. Interestingly enough, Colossus actually feels safer to play this way with the old uniform than with the new one, because you're chaining iframe into damage immunity, then into iframe again, then back into iframe, then immunity, then iframe, iframe. You can see, right? Oh man. Now Nick Fury does offer him a lot more than Black Cat, so you're gonna see a difference in damage here. But what I'm gonna do is show you a run, actually 2 runs, with without any kind of support or help for him. All right, let's get out of there. You can see they didn't really change anything for Colossus. Right, his survivability is still dookie. It's interesting, like they made a whole new uniform for the guy, right? Gave him better drip than ever, but the survivability is still the same. And they just said, okay, we're just gonna sell the survivability boost as an artifact and just leave the base kit out here the same way. It's just crazy to me. And Marvel, what are you doing, bro? You waited a whole year for a mutant update and this is what you give us? Like, wow, fam. The poison is gonna kill me if I don't, okay, so we bring her down to the 7th bar here. You can see the time difference. Yes, there is a substantial gap, but I believe most of that is coming from Black Cat not being as good as Nick Fury. Let me see what happens if we just keep the same team for both uniforms. So we go 5, 4, 3. I want to see if it's safer to play him this way. It seems a little bit safer. Yeah, it does seem a little bit safer. I'm trying not to get caught up in the blade twister, that's why I switched up the rotation a little bit. Okay, get out of there, Colossus. Okay. Alright, so she's trying to kill me. Yeah, this rotation is definitely safer. I have way more HP than last time, but she made it rain lightning twice here, so that's gonna waste a lot of time. Interestingly enough, it's not much different than when we used Black Cat lead. Okay, let's use the new uniform. Okay, let's see what the damage difference looks like between the new uniform and the old one. We're gonna be using 543. 4 leaves him completely exposed, no iframe, no nothing, but it gives us a 45% attack buff. I don't know why 4 doesn't have invincibility or something on it. Yeah, we have to cancel out of 4 a little bit early because Proxima will straight up just clap us into next Tuesday, bro. Alright, so there's definitely a difference in damage, but yeah, it's coming at my survivability being way worse. So it looks like about 30 seconds difference. Okay, let's see how much bigger the gap becomes when we transcend this guy. Alright boys, showtime. Man, popping off with that 5-star frog splash. Let's go ahead and transcend him. Alright, so he gets a decent stat boost. 42,000 HP, that's a lot. He gets 15k attack, okay. Let's see if that adds up to anything. Okay guys, so I've been doing some testing in the skill preview menu here just to see if it's better to cancel out Colossus's 6th skill or if you want to let it play out fully. And based on my testing, it seems as though this skill does about 54 hits if you let it play out fully, which I'm going to show you guys right here. And if you cancel it, you get about 53 hits. So check this out. My 1 skill does 9 hits. And then my 6th skill does 54 hits. This is without it being cancelled, right? Now, check this out. When I go 6 and then 1, it gives me about 63 hits. So I'm only losing 1 hit off of the 6th skill. So it looks like when you're using Colossus, you want to just go 6 and then 5. Or maybe you want to go 5 and then 6 and then cancel into 4. Completely up to you because it looks like you're still getting all the hits. Okay guys, so I've been doing some testing with Colossus and it seems like the best rotation for him is actually to go 5 cancel, 6 cancel, 4, 3. And you want to take full advantage of that paralysis on his 4th skill to keep the boss in place because his awaken skill can actually miss. But when it does hit, as you can see, it hits really, really hard. Okay, so she jumped out of the radius of my 4th skill. That is not cool. You can see just over 30 seconds here for clearing stage 99 without a damage proc. That's actually pretty good. Okay guys, so because we no longer have paralysis, it's gonna be very, very difficult, almost impossible to keep Proxima in place for the entirety of Colossus's 6th skill. Luckily for us, Proxima is close to a wall, so the majority of the skill did hit that time around. Oof, oof. Okay, I need her to jump back up. Oh. No paralysis. We can't keep her in place. She cutscened us and we lose a bunch of damage. Feels bad, man. Feels bad. Okay, run like the wind. So you can see the difference in DPS. The paralysis makes a big difference for World Boss Ultimate. We're about to jump into World Boss Legend and see if the difference is the same over there as well. I don't imagine it will be that big of a difference. Alright, so it's about a 1 minute difference over here just because of the paralysis, you can see. Alright, so we're running stage 9, trying to see if Colossus is indeed worthy of a PvE build at some point. Here's the hoping. But his regular skills don't do any kind of damage. It's all on the awakened skill. Okay. I got out of there quite early and I still got caught up. It's unfortunate. Okay. Alright, so we're gonna go 5, 6, 4, 3. Yeah, he dies so fast, man. It's crazy. Oh boy, and then there's the poison. He's gonna die any second now. It's crazy. Alright, he couldn't even live past a minute. That's crazy. Alright guys, let's see what the Hellfire Gala uniform actually does. Oh man. It's actually crazy what they did for this guy. Oh, hold up. Oh, he actually skipped the cage this time. Oh wow, there's a big difference, eh? Wow, there's actually a big difference. I was not expecting it. Yo, there's a massive difference. What the hell? There's a night and day difference. He died in a minute last time. Like, he's still gonna die here because like the poison is eating his HP. But like, looking at what we just saw with the Phoenix 5 and then looking at the Hellfire Gala, there's definitely a big difference here in the DPS. So in a minute, with the Phoenix 5 uniform, he got nulled down to 41 bars, but he was pretty much dead. Versus with the Hellfire uniform, he was actually able to get nulled down to 30 bars, and he has half of his HP remaining. Like less than half, but still, I'm seeing a decent DPS increase here, but it looks like you're definitely going to need his artifact to keep him alive for higher stages, because if you think he's dying now, trust me, when you get into the 30s, the 40s, or the 50s, you are gonna die so much faster. It's crazy. So guys, we're gonna wrap up the video here. Thank you so much for watching. Leave me your thoughts in the comment section. How are you feeling about this new uniform for Colossus? Personally, for me, I believe if you're only gonna ever use Colossus in PvP, more specifically timeline battle, I don't think you need this uniform.